has so far lived up to none of his lovely campaign promises. All we have had from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his so-called brain trust is a great deal of high-flown talk with virtually no action. In a nation wrecked by misery, poverty, and unemployment, it is deeds we want for the White House, not words. In short, Mr. President, if you are listening, we have had enough of your fireside chat. It is time to...
Well, criticism, damn it, nothing but criticism, damn it! I know. It's awful.
Did anybody see the Washington Post this morning?
My friends, I say again, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Great, you've already been elected.
Every cloud has a silver lining. You're never fully dressed without a smile.
Oliver, what about your friend, Franklin?
Thank you, Louis. Show them in.
Oliver?
Oliver, good of you to have come.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Who is this we have here?
Mr. President, this is my good friend Annie.
Annie.
She so wanted to meet you that I couldn't resist bringing her along just to say hello.
Of course, the little girl who sang so beautifully on the radio last night.
Annie?
How do you do, President Roosevelt?
How do you do, Annie? You're as lovely as you sound on the radio.
Thank you, President Roosevelt.
Well, shall we begin?
Annie, if you'll wait outside, I'll come and get you.
Oh no, Oliver. Let Annie stay. Having a child on hand will keep us on our best behavior.
Thank you, Mr. President. Annie?
Harold, I don't want to even hear so much as a gush out of you.
Franklin? A child?
Now, Oliver, since you speak for those happy few Americans who have any money left, I'd like to begin with your views on matters.
Well, Mr. President, in the words of Calvin Coolidge,
The business of this country is business.
yes, for you, Wall Street and me, we've had to get my factories back to work and the workers back to work.
According to my latest figures, there are now 15 million Americans out of work and nearly 50 million with no visible means of support.
Mr. President, if I may say so, unemployment is not our biggest problem. The dispatches from Germany are becoming more and more disturbing each day. There can be war.
Germany? Hell, people are starving in this country.
Harold, I know that, but in the long run, we're not.
Cordelia, those who are starving, there's no long run.
Trouble, it's all happening at once. The stock market has taken another nosedive.
Sit down straight. Riots, flood, dust storms.
And the FBI still hasn't caught Al Capone. Well, at least we're all agreeing on one thing. The situation is hopeless and getting worse.
Harold, I'd like to see those figures.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
Quiet, little girl!
Harold! What did you say, Annie? No, go ahead, my dear. It's still a free country.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick in my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away.
Harold Ickes, stand up.
What?
You heard me? Stand up. Up, up, up. Now, Harold, sing.
Sing!
Yes, sing. Like Annie. I've just decided if my administration is going to be anything, it's going to be optimistic about the future of this country. Now, sing.
But Franklin, you know I really
Sing. Louder, Harold.
bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow will be song.
Perkins.
Clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
So for the present, I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely. I just stick out my chin and grin and say, everybody Harold! Oh yes, excuse me. Why, this isn't for me. It's for you, Oliver, from your secretary in New York. Hundreds of couples jamming street outside house, all claiming to be Annie's parents.
Oh boy!
Have begun to screen them, suggest a return to New York at once, signed Grace Farrell.
Looks as though the Hour of Smiles had more listeners than we thought, huh, Annie?
Gee, hundreds of couples. One of them is bound to be my mother and father.
Well, Oliver, I suspect you'll be returning back to New York immediately.
Yes, Mr. President. If you don't mind, Mr. President. Annie?
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Annie.
Goodbye, Mr. President, and thank you.
No, thank you, Annie. You're the kind of person a president should have around him.